Yesterday, Erick Salgado held a kickoff rally in his campaign for the Democratic nomination for mayor. It was an energetic, well-organized rally with a large crowd in attendance. Salgado was an interesting figure. Little known and with, at best, long odds, he displayed some clear strengths. Those include a charismatic personality who is clearly experienced and comfortable in front of a crowd, and the ability to produce a large, enthusiastic audience. His campaign was well organized, bussing in over 300 supporters for this rally, and the campaign said that they would have brought more supporters, but City Hall Plaza rules restrict the number of attendees. By his own description, Salgado is the pastor of 2 churches in Bensonhurst, and until recently operated a Spanish evangelical radio network. He appears to have connections in several ethnic communities. He is Puerto Rican, and his church is composed of many Central Americans, including Guatemalans and Salvadorans. One Salgado supporter said that Salgado spent several years living in the Dominican Republic and has strong connections in the Dominican community as well. He also appears to have made inroads into the Russian community. Gregory Davidson, the politically active operator of an influential Russian-language radio station, spoke at the rally, and Salgado's campaign has already advertised extensively on Davidson's station. Money-wise, he's off to a reasonable start, reporting $165,000 raised as of March 15th. That's far from the amount needed to run a substantial citywide campaign, but it's good for an initial effort. His challenges are many, however. No history or established political and labor relationships, money, a crowded field of far better known and established Democratic candidates, and an election clock which is ticking louder and louder. In this speech, he spoke about several policy issues familiar to voters, all with the theme of repairing our city and working for all 5 boroughs. Many questions remain, including how extensive is his base of support, how many of his supporters are registered Democratic voters, how much money can he raise, and can he find any daylight in the crowded field of candidates? Will this well-attended and energetic rally be his campaign high point, or is it the beginning of a significant candidacy? Stay with us as we follow the campaign. To get you started, here's a small sample from Salgado's kickoff rally.
My friend, my name is Erick Salgado, and yes, I am running for mayor of New York City. I am running, my friend. There we go, Pete. Thank you. My friends, I'm running because our city is broken. When I say our city, I mean all 5 boroughs. I mean Brooklyn, I mean the Bronx, I mean Staten Island, Queens, and even Manhattan. We have to harness the economy engine that Manhattan is and lift up all the poor neighborhoods and the community, and together with all 5 boroughs energized, we could have a healthy city. We need a mayor who's gonna work for all 5 boroughs. We need all New Yorkers to find a friend in City Hall, and that friend, my friend, is Erick Salgado. And when I promise you that I'm gonna fight the pollution that we have in the city, it's not just another campaign promise. This is my life. I was born in the Bronx, and when I was 2 years old, I was stricken by asthma. My mother, she's here with me, and my father, Daddy had no choice to go back to Puerto Rico. Yes, I was raised in Puerto Rico. Yes, I was educated in Puerto Rico. Yes, I speak with an accent, I'm proud of it, but I don't think with an accent. I came back when I was 17 to the city that I love, to the city that it was meant for me to be. And I'm gonna fight for every child that is born in New York City to have the privilege to be raised in this city. The career politicians are gonna tell you that I'm not qualified to run for mayor. I am not a politician. I'm not a career politician. But I am a man who has been working for more than 24 years as a community leader, as a small businessman, creating jobs with my spouse, Sonia. She never had worked for me. She had always been my partner in all my businesses. We know how to create jobs. These people, they have to be disconnected from the reality. While they were still fishing bodies from the river, the current administration, they was thinking about their friends that came from Europe to come and run in the marathon. I was helping the most vulnerable one while they was celebrating and saying that everything was okay. I was in Coney Island giving food, and I find more than 40 people hunting for food in the garbage. I knew that thing was not okay. I knew I had to do more. I knew then that I had to work more. Then I decide myself, I have to jump into this race and become the next mayor of New York City to help all the people that are suffering in Coney Island, the people who are suffering in Staten Island, Far Rockaway. We have to do something. We have to make the difference. We have to make the change. And yes, today we are here to say, I am running for mayor and I'm going to work with all the people in the city of New York. And as Mayor Giuliani once said, the reality, they are with us, and they're going to remain with us. We're not going to sit down and wait to see what the Congress is going to do about the immigrant. Yeah. They are living in this city. They're not going nowhere. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to make sure they all register. Yes. I'm going to make sure they can all contribute to the city. And I'm going to make sure that they're going to live with honor and dignity like everyone is supposed and deserves to live in this city. I believe in the separation of the state and the church. But I don't think that the state and the church, they have to be fighting. We have to work together. Yes. We are working for the same community. We are working for the same people. We are working for all New Yorkers. We're going to eliminate all quota from all ticketing. If you receive a ticket, it's because you violate the law, not because the city needs money and they're using the ticketing system to overtax the people of New York. We must work together on repairing this city and make it work for all of us. Hope to elect me as your new mayor, and I will work for all of us. I will work for all the border. I will work for all the culture. I will work for all the races. I will work together with all the community of faith, with everybody in New York City. My friend, my name is Erick Salgado, and yes, we are running for mayor of New York City.